My name's Zac Hudson. I race the Series 1 Mazda RX-7 in improved production racing Queensland, and I love it.
Looks like Hudson in the RX-7 leads down into turn 1.
Looks to the inside, he's got a run on it, it's big brakes on that RX-7, puts the nose in there, and that's exactly what improved production car racing is all about.
As Zac Hudson continues, hanging the tail out there, a rapid young 18-year-old who's only just come into the category.
Gee, I tell you what, he'll be making friends fast, isn't he? He's only just come in, got this nice number 65.
But the RX-7 strikes first here at Queensland Raceway.
This talented youngster is driving the absolute wheels off this car. It's got a Phil Laird engine in it, so you'd expect some good results horsepower-wise out of that particular car.
It's the 18-year-old Zac Hudson leading.
And one of the guys who was the star of qualifying was an 18-year-old Zac Hudson.
This is going to be big. The 18-year-old, he caught the inside curb and thankfully won't go all the way to the fence. Can he get it out of there? Looks like he will. Have a look at the stance and the camber that they've got wound into the front of that RX-7. That is incredible.
Zac Hudson, 18 years old, new to this category and enjoying everything that 13B Bridgeport engine has to offer.
So pushed all the way there. Zac Hudson's got that thing firing this weekend. Home for third.
Zac Hudson ranging up onto the back. He's been racing karts since he's 9. Zac Hudson, only 18 years old.
I started go-karts when I was 9 years old. I raced all the way through the Australian Series, the Queensland Series, placed on podiums throughout my go-kart career in multiple state events and national events. So I left go-karts at the age of 15 and moved up to Hyundai XL Series. The Hyundai XL Series is a cheap, affordable way for go-karters to make the step up and get into a race car. From Hyundai XLs, I moved up into a Series 1 Mazda RX-7, which races in improved production Queensland. Yeah, it is definitely a serious race car. The maintenance behind the vehicle is quite extravagant. We take the engine out after every race meeting to be looked at and checked over to make sure it's 100% before we go to our next meeting, and the rest of the car is just general maintenance, as we call it, to make sure all the suspension's okay and make sure everything's a-okay, to make sure nothing can go wrong and cause us to not finish a race, which can hurt our championship at the end of the year. In 12 months in the Mazda RX-7 in IPRA, we have been fortunate enough to win the Motorsport Australia Championship, which places us #1 in Queensland. We then went forward to race a national event at Baskerville Raceway in Tasmania, and we placed very, very well there. We ended up second in Australia outright. We also won the QRDA Championship for improved production in Queensland. Sponsors are a huge part within motorsport, as everything is just so expensive, as general people would know, with getting services on their car, and race cars are about twice as much as everything that you need on a normal everyday-to-day car. So our tyres are a set of tyres are about $2,500. An engine rebuild, if something goes wrong, is about $15,000 at least. The general maintenance, if I end up breaking a gearbox by accident or something along those lines, my gearbox is very expensive and very highly strung, so it's about $12,500 if I break a gearbox. In the future, I'd like to see myself in a Carrera Cup car, also known as a Porsche Cup car. Just to me, it is very enticing, just the level of drivers that are racing in that class. I do think they're all up-and-coming drivers, and they're all trying to fight for that spot in a main game car somewhere, such as a V8 supercar or a drive overseas in another category.